So what do you mean by route alignment surveys? Yes, what do you mean by alignment surveys? We are into, say, we are near to the ending of this particular module one. We are very near to close it down. So probably in this week we are going to finish our module one. So we are at the closing section of your module one. So what do you mean by route alignment surveys? Yes, any of the replies? What do you mean by route alignment surveys? Route alignment surveys. Any answers? Yes. Okay. So here route alignment surveys is nothing but if you want to lay a railway line, right? We cannot lay it randomly wherever we want, right? We needed to choose appropriate place, right? Where we needed to lay the railway line, right? We needed to choose the appropriate means. There will be several other factors which is going to be involved in this. We cannot have the railway line anywhere we want. Okay, we cannot have the railway line anywhere we want. So, in order to lay down the survey line, in order to lay down the railway line, right? In order to lay down the railway line, whatever survey we are going to do, right? That we call it as a route alignment surveys. In order to fix the railway line, right? In order to fix the railway line, right? Survey what we do, that we call it as a route alignment surveys. Okay, in order to lay a railway line, right? Whatever survey we are going to do it, that is right, nothing but route alignment surveys. Okay, now here first we will see why we are going to lay a railway line, right? As we have discussed regarding the advantages of the permanent way and all, we have discussed it, right? But again, we'll glance it, right? Strategic consideration, right? In case of the emergency, in order to move the army troops, right? Army or air force, whatever it is, right? Or the defense line, if you defense personnel, if you want to move, and if you want to move the arms and ammunitions, right? If you want to move in a rapid way there at the near to the border or say near to the strategic important places, we need to lay down the railway line in order to move the tankers, rations, ammunitions, right? Different kinds of weapons. If you want to move it, right, there we can have the railway lines. As you know that, right, we are having the goods section of the railways where it is going to move the heavy loaded whatever the goods are there. It can be transferred from one place to the another place. So wherever there is a strategic important consideration, or if we want to move the troops rapidly, right, there we are going to use the railway line. Next is the linking of the trade, right? Linking of trade centers. So suppose if you want to link from Mumbai to Delhi or Mumbai to Ahmedabad, right? What we are going to do, we will be, if these are the trade center, these are the important places of a country which is going to maintain the economy of country. So if we want to link the two centers, right, what we are going to do, we are going to have this railway line over these particular places. Next is, right, the connected the with the interior of the country, connecting the ports, right? The ports, say Mangalore port, Goa port, right? Mumbai port. So if we want to connect the port with the interior part of the country, say from say Mumbai to Nagpur, right? And Nagpur is an internal part of the country. So if we want to connect these, right, what we will be using, right? We will be using the railway line, right? Next is shortening of the existing route, right? Now, suppose you are having the existing route, right? Existing route like this, right? If I want to shorten, as you can see, this distance is large, right? This distance is large, right? If I want to have the new route, right? If I want to connect the new route between the 2 points, this is point A and this is point B. If I want, right, this is the existing road. If I want to connect this point A and B, right, so instead of going like this, right, instead of traveling like this, right, what I will be doing, I will be making the new, right, I will be making the new route, that is A and B, instead of the traveling, right? I will be making the new route C dash. This is your route C. I will be making a new route C dash, which is going to cut, right, the maximum distance, which is going to cut the maximum distance between the 2 points, right, which is going to, right, which is going to cut the distance between the 2 points. See, this is the shortest route that we are going to have between the point A and B. Now, laying of a branch line, right? Now, suppose it becomes necessary sometimes to lay a branch line. Suppose if I want to, this is your main line. If I want to connect one particular, say, place where it is not, it doesn't come in the direction of the line A and B. Suppose it is, if I want to reach the place D, right? Now, this is your main line. So if I want to have the branch line in order to connect from A to D, right, what I will be doing, I will be having the new branch line, right? So that is the reason why we will be having the surveys. Now, undeveloped area, if you want to say, and any of the undeveloped area is there, if we want to develop it, so what we will be using, we will be carrying the route surveys. Okay, so this is the thing that we are that is the reason why we will be having the route analysis survey. If you want to lay a new railway line, if you want to have and connect an undeveloped area, if you want to connect from the port, right, strategic importance, all these will make us to which makes us to find out the new railway line. Okay, now factors which are going to influence the proposed route, right? The first thing what it comes is, before any of the project, if you want to start, the first thing is going to come in your mind is, right? Your mind is first, it comes the cost, right? Now, if I want to connect between the 2 points, right? If I want to connect between the 2 points, right? Now, if the cost is getting more and the importance, right? Though the purpose, what we are, if we want to connect between the 2 points, if the purpose is not giving us any of the financial benefit or say the social benefit, then we will normally we are going to avoid such kind of a say project. So first is, if I want to connect the two important two places, right? If there are too many hurdles, if the cost is too much higher than whatever the benefits we are going to get, then such a kind of a project we are going to drop it. Right? If I want to connect between the 2 points, and if the cost whatever we are going to put into that particular project and the returns, or they say the benefits what we are going to get out of the route which we are going to connect, if the cost if your benefits is much more than the cost, then we will adapt such kind of a project. And here when it comes to the cost should be minimum. If you want to connect between the 2 points, the cost should be minimum, right? It is going to have the capital cost of the project, maintenance cost, renewal, right, and working expenses. It is going to be covered in this particular aspect, that is the cost. It will be having the capital cost of the project, maintenance cost, renewal cost, expenses, right? And it is what this is what the factors which is going to the influence. The route should be selected as to bring the sum of all these costs should be minimum. All these costs, whatever we are going to have, right? Whatever the cost we are going to have, right? It should be minimum. Next is, we will see, next is the safety, right? The availability of the safety of the passenger and the goods, right, to be transported, it should be safe, right? Whatever the route we are going to choose, it should be safe for both the passengers as well as the goods, right? Route should be so laid to have a minimum chances of train accidents, right? So we nowadays we are finding some of the here and there will be some of the accidents. So route should not, whatever the route what we are going to choose, it should be it should have the minimum chances of the train accident, right? The speed, right? Next comes the speed. First is cost, safety, and then next is the speed. The route should be selected so as to have the reasonable speed of the train. The trains should be having the reasonable speed. It should not be too slow, it should not be too fast. The reasonable speed should be there. Now we will see what kind of a surveys we are going to have in order to conduct this route identification or route surveys. So first thing what we are going to do is the reconnaissance survey. Okay, first we are going to do is the reconnaissance survey. Then next is the preliminary survey and the location of the survey. Now, as a civil engineer, right, this reconnaissance survey, right, the reconnaissance survey is going to be very, very important to us. Now, we will see what is this reconnaissance survey is, right? Now, as you know, you have, I think you have done the extensive survey project also, right? So you know what is the reconnaissance survey. Reconnaissance survey, it is the first the survey that what we are going to see. Now here, what we are exactly going to do in this particular survey is we are going to see the exact ground factor, whatever it is there on the ground, right? That we are going to find it in the reconnaissance survey, where what is situated, where the rivers are there, where suppose if you are going to have the reconnaissance survey for the trains, right, or the railway line or a permanent way, if you want to have, what kind of a survey we are going to do? We will see how much is, where is the hill, where is your elevation is there, where a depression is there, where is the hill, where is the mountain, right, where are the rivers is going to be situated, right? All these kinds of a survey that we are going to do. Reconnaissance survey is nothing but whatever the exact fact are there on the ground, that is that we are going to see the exact or the positions of the territory, right? What is the where, what which is situated where, and what is there, hill, valley, right? There is a slope is there, or say rivers are there, anything. So all the forest is there. This is what we are going to do in the reconnaissance survey. Why we are going to do this reconnaissance survey is to have the general knowledge of the whole territory, right? Whatever the territory where we want to have the project, that particular territory we will be studying where what is situated, right? We are going to obtain the information regarding the features of the territory. Next is, what is an importance of the surveys? It is not a science, but it is just an art, and then successful conductivity entirely depends on the personal qualities of the engineer, such as his training and experience, his capability of observation and all, right? That we are going to do. And in the very important aspect in the reconnaissance survey is, right, wherever whatever the survey we are going to do it, we should not only see the territories, right? Whenever we are going to carry out the reconnaissance survey, right, we should find out the alternatives. We will be getting where what is situated, and we should always have the keen observation towards the finding of the alternative. Suppose in this particular way, one way we have chosen, right? One way we have, suppose we have chosen one particular way, right? Now suppose this is your one way you have chosen. This is your place A, right? And this is your place B, right? Now, this is the two places where A and B are there. Now, this is what the way, this is one alternative you have, right? Or this is one alternative directly reaching like from A to B, right? Or say, right, this is also one approach. So in order to reach from one place from the another place, right, we in order to reach that particular place, we will be having this a certain alternative. Suppose now this is here A to B. If I want to go from this particular place to this particular place, suppose here if your river is crossing, right, if your river is crossing, then I need to construct a bridge over here, right? I need to construct a bridge over here, right? Right. Now, when we are going to construct a bridge, the cost immediately it is going to increase. Now, instead of this, I can choose this particular way, which where hardly the investment will be hardly, it will be less, and the distance is also small. So here, what is the meaning of alternatives is we should choose and such an alternative, right? So it can be easily worked out cost wise, the environment wise, right? So it should not disturb the flora and fauna also, and it should not disturb the nature also, and the cost also should be minimum. So we should always find such places where we can reduce the amount, right? Or where we can reduce the cost as well as the environmentally, it should not affect too much. Okay. So this is what the reconnaissance survey is. Next is the information gathered in the reconnaissance survey. What we are going to gather is, right, the tariff recognition survey and engineering survey, right? There are the reconnaissance survey can be, again, it is divided into is traffic reconnaissance and your engineering requirements. Now, what does the traffic requirements? It is going to come in this, right? Now, here it is going to consist of the general character of the country and the extent of cultivation, right? So this is one factor, the general character of the country and the extents of the cultivation. Now, the country, wherever we are going to have the particular project, now in that particular place, what kind of a people are living, what is their daily livelihood is dependent on, right? What kind of an activity day to day life they will be doing, right? And if they are moving from one place to another place, by what source of your transportation, right? All the kind of data that you need to connect, the information regarding the local industries and the religious festivals, right? Now we also should consider what are the different industries that they are going to be situated. Might be it is only farmers are there, or suppose if it is an industries are there, what kind of an industry is over there, what kind of a, how much is the population, how their day to day mode of transport is there, all these things we should consider. Then we also consider the regards the prosperity of the people in the locality and density of the population and its distribution. We also should consider the how much is the population, what is their day-to-day activity, and how they will be moving. All these will be considered in the recognize survey. That is traffic recognize, right? Probable amount of a traffic to be served. Now, suppose if I want to, I have just told, right? We need to find out their source of movement, right? How what source they are going to use in order to move from the another place to another place, right? One place to another place. So here, what becomes important is, suppose if I want to move from one place to the another place, if I going to construct a new railway line. Now, if I going to construct a new railway line, how many people will be get benefited out of that? That is very that is going to be very important if I want to lay down this new railway line. If I'm laying a railway line, and maybe, the people who are going to be get benefited, if it is too much minimum, then the purpose of having the new railway line, or purpose of having the new route, it is not going to be served. Okay, so this is how we need to take care regarding the possible movements of the people. Then probable new traffic lines to be opened up to join the large center of the trade. Okay, so in order to connect between the two trading centers, right? The new, suppose if we want to have the new railway line, then in what way we can be provided, that we need to see. Then next is nature and volume of the exports and their destination, right? Suppose if we want to have a new railway line, suppose if the line is going to pass through the, say, the forest or the fields, right? How it is going to be get affected, that survey also we should do. Then the amounts of imports and the centers of their distribution, right? If we are going to connect between the 2 points, how it is going to be important, right? That we need to see. Next, next comes is your visiting the trade center, consultation with the prominent citizen, all these things we have already discussed. Study of the existing means of transportation, we have already discussed regarding this. What is the existing mode of the transport, and if we shift from this mode of the transport, how many people will be getting benefited? That also we need to see. Now, standard of construction required for carrying the probable traffic. Now, how our permanent way, right? How it should be designed to carry out, if suppose many people will be using the particular railway line, right? How it is going to be maintained, that we need to see. Then the engineering surveys, it is going to include, this is the part of second part of your recognition survey, right? Here, the physical features of the country, where what is situated, engineering, it comes in engineering recognitions, right? Now, first one, what we have seen, this is your traffic recognitions. Now, this is your engineering recognitions. Now, physical features of the country, right? Wherever we want to have a project, what is situated, say, hill, valley, river, right? All these physical features, whatever are there in that particular area where we want to have the project, that has to be known, right? The surface information of the ground, how the soil characteristics is there, how its classification, if it is there, if any of the rivers are crossing, right? Especially those who are likely to cross the proposed railway line, wherever the rivers are there, right? If you want to have the railway line over there, In such places, we need to have the recognize the survey of that. Then position of hills and lakes. This is what we have already discussed, and weather condition also we should see, right? Where wherever we want to have the project, where we should see the weather condition also. Then availability of the materials and the sources of labor during the construction, that also we need to see. Right now, factors to be kept in mind in doing the recognize survey. Right, the first is the area. Right, it should never be carried out for a line only. Right, wherever we want to have the project, there we should carry out, right, with the aspect of entire country. If I'm lying a railway line, right, because it is dependent on your economy of the country. Right, whenever you want to have a railway line, it is not that it is only going to say benefit that particular place. By having that particular railway line, how your country is going to be get benefited, that also we should see. So whenever we are going to do the recognition survey, it should the survey should not only restricted to that particular place. It should also see if I'm going to lie a railway line, right, how it is going to be benefited for that particular country, that we should see. Now existing roads, right, the survey should not be guided by the existing roads, because the ground which is favorable for construction of roads may not be useful of the construction of the railway line. Now normally what we are going to do is, wherever the existing railway existing roads are there, there only we want to have. But sometimes what happens is, if we want to have a railway line, right, wherever we are going to have the roads, there we want to have the railway line. But generally, right, but it should not happen that wherever the roads are there, right, to beside that only you should have the railway line. You should also find out some of the alternatives where the fastest way how we can reach the one particular place. Then the starting of the route, right, the engineer should not reject a particular route simply because it starts badly with a curvature or sudden rise and fall. He must ascertain the route continues badly for a long distance. Right, suppose if we are going to have the starting line, if you want to start from one particular place to another particular place, if we at the starting point much of curvature, if there is a too much of say your slopes are coming, then we should not leave that particular say survey, right, or we should not leave that particular line. Right, we should see that if the initial curvature is there, if initial rise and fall is there, right, so we should have the surety that it should not continue for a longer distance. If it is going to continue for a longer distance, what will happen is the automatically our your amount is going to increase, or the cost is going to increase. Okay, now there is a need to have the some of the assumption, right, and whatever assumptions we are going to do, it should be done very carefully, right, as they may likely to be proved wrong when tested, when it is going to be tested by actual condition. Then the revenue from the proposed railway line must be worked out. Right, this is already we have discussed. Right, and then this is next is your preliminary. The next survey after recognition survey, the next survey which is going to come is your preliminary survey. Right, now what is preliminary survey? To conduct the survey work along the alternative routes found out the recognition survey, and to determine it with a greater accuracy along the line and the alternative routes. So preliminary survey is recognition survey. It is going to give you the overall picture of your the entire area. Right, now what is a preliminary survey? It is going to give you is, it is going to tell you which are the alternatives are there that is going to be available to you, that you are going to see it, and to determine the greater accuracy of the cost railway line along with these alternatives. So here you are going to work out some of the things, right, whatever the recognized survey it is there. Right, so if you are going to adopt that the things of the recognized survey, if you are going to adopt, right, how it is going to be get benefited, and how the accuracy, right, you are going to check out how much is the cost that is going to be required for that particular project. Okay, now it is going to decide the final route and recommends only one particular route out of the several alternatives. Right now, what in the recognized survey, what it is going to tell you is, right, it is going to tell you which alternatives has to be chosen, right, where when there are several alternatives are available in order to in the recognized survey. So by the cost wise, by the economy wise, and say by the social benefits that what you are going to get, right, here you are going to finalize it, right, in the preliminary survey you are going to finalize it, right. Then here you are going to choose the alignment of the final route. Then is next comes is your location survey, right, to carry out, right, to carry out the detailed survey along the route which has been found out and fix the most economical route from the data of the preliminary survey, right. You are going to fix out the route, right. You are going to choose the route in the preliminary survey, and whatever the route you have chosen in your preliminary survey, that you are going to fix, and you are going to check the economy, right. It establishes the center line of the actual track to be laid. Now in the location survey, right, what you are going to do, you are going to actually establish the actual railway line where you are going to have the survey. Now as soon as the location survey is completed, the construction work is going to be started. Now work location of surveys, it is going to be carried out by two means. One is paper location and one is the field location. First we are going to have the paper location and the field location. The final route, first we will see what is paper location, right. The final route selected is put up on the paper, and the details of the gradient curve contours which are going to be worked out. All the working drawings are prepared, even of minor structures such as signal cabins and all, that it is going to be worked out. Okay. After the location survey is over, the field work is going to be started and the center line of the track is going to be fixed. Okay. So this is what your paper location survey is, right. Now field location, whatever the field location transfers the paper location on the ground. Okay. Field location transfers the paper location on the ground, right. Then whatever the locations that we have mounted on the paper, right, exactly it should be there on the field. It gives all requirements of the construction such as benchmark, levels, measurements, etc. Okay, center line pegs are driven at every 300 meters from center to along the center line of the track. Okay, so this is how your recognize your paper survey that it is going to be. Whatever the things are there on the field, that has to be entered on a paper and vice versa. Okay, so this is what your location survey is going to tell about. Okay, then we will see the modern methods of designing the railway alignment. Now, these are the recognized survey and all. These are the conventional method by which we are going to have your survey of the route alignment surveys. But there are now the modern surveys methods are also available in order to lay down the track. So first is your GIS, Geographic Information System, that we are going to have in order to have the route alignment, right. The planning of the proposed railway alignment with the help of the thematic maps, right. First, here we will be seeing, we will be having the track should be aligned. First comes the safety, right. Here the track should be aligned so as to ensure the goods and passenger are to be safe. This is what we have seen. And the economy, right, we have to see linking of the centers. This is already we have seen here. In case of the above alignment, the minimum evaluation of the constraints that we needed to see. The first is a slope factor, how much of the slope is going to we are going to provide. Then the soil factor, what are the different soil conditions that will be there, right? How, what is the characteristics of the soil, how it is going to be affected. Then the proximity to the rivers. All these things we have already discussed, right? Now here, what we are going to have from the geographic information system is, right, in the recognized survey, what used to happen is we actually we people have to move on the field, and we were seeing it. Now by having this geographic information system, right, we will be getting the pictures of that particular terrain where what is going to be get situated, and by having that particular idea, we on the field exactly we will be looking, right. We will be looking for having all those terrain characteristics on the field. So here, what we are going to do is, we are from the geographic information system, right? What we will be having the terrain study, right? Where what is going to be get situated, we are going to collect the maps of that particular area, and then we will be seeing how it is going to be the important, right? Now, the importance of network analysis in GIS is, right, the roads, how here not only GIS is not only going to be provide you the terrain, right? It is also going to present you, right, how the railway lines are there, how the road lines are there, what kind of an arteries are there, right? If the river is traveling from what kind of an area, how much hills, right? How much hills are there, right? Or the how many hills are there, right? So all these factors it is going to give you in case of your GIS. Okay. Now, as your GIS is going to give you say the geographic information, the system, it is going to tell you which is the best route that we need to choose when we want to have the project, which is going to be the best alternative, right, in order to minimize the cost and all. That it is going to tell you the finding out the origin and the cost that is going to be benefited. Now, necessity of the next comes is your geometric design. So here in the modern technique, we will be using the GIS in order to have the recognition survey, and in order to get out the actual features what are there on the ground. In order to do that, what we'll be having is, we will be doing the route and element surveys with the help of your GIS system. So that is the modern technique that we are going to use in order to have the route alignment surveys. So we will see the syllabus, how much we have covered, right? So that it is helpful for us what we have left with. So we have left with is there any doubt in route alignment surveys? Yes. Is there any doubt? See, we are going to have the recognition survey, we are going to have the preliminary survey, and we are going to have the paper works. Do you have any doubt in this? Do you have any doubt?
No, sir.
Veena?
No, sir.
Okay. We'll see what we have left with. We have left with the geometric design. So we have covered significance of rail, road, air, water transport coordination. We have already covered it. Elements of permit we covered. Rail sleeper, ballast, rail fixtures, fastening. Okay, coning, track stresses we need to cover it, and coning of wheels is covered. Creep, defects, route alignment surveys, conventional and modern methods. Right, geometric design of the railway lines, that is gradient, super elevation, points and crossing we have already covered. So hardly there are 2 to 3 topics are there, right, that we will try to cover it within this particular week. And this was the biggest module in your entire RTH, so it has taken a lot amount of time. Is there any doubt in a route alignment service? Yes. Is there any doubt? If no doubts, then
No, sir.
we are going to end the session, right? So just we will have at a glance what we have studied. So your route alignment surveys includes recognition survey, right? Recognition survey, preliminary survey, and location survey. So this is your route alignment surveys will include recognition survey. It is going to tell you what exactly where it is going to be situated. Preliminary survey, it is going to check or here you are going to finalize some of the routes, location surveys, whatever the paperwork you are going to do here, you are going to see whether it is there or the ground, and with the accuracy you need to check it. So this is what your preliminary your survey it is going to tell in order to lay down the railway lines. So I hope the things are clear to you. If any doubts are there, please let me know. We'll end the session. Yes, we'll end the session.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.